We're going to be conducting a repeated measures Anova with a within design, and we're going to be using the data set and the guided task handout for the repeated measures. And so that is actually going to be our data set for suicidal tutors. And here you can see we have 4 independent variables, and you can also see that 2 are placebo that come with no cognitive behavior therapy, placebo with cognitive behavior therapy, antidepressant with no therapy, and with therapy. And didn't mean to do that. And then from there, we're going to analyze, and we are going to general linear models, repeated measures, and we are going to factor in drug, which has 2 levels, and then also therapy, which has 2 levels. And then we're going to define that. And from here, we're going to click all of these in order and put them over to our within variables. And then we're going to go to plots. Drug goes on horizontal axis, therapy goes to separate lines. We're going to add it to a bar chart, include error bars. No post hoc. EM means, we're going to select all of these and put them over because we want all of the means for these. We're going to compare main effects and simple main effects, make sure it's Bonferroni. And then options, always effect size and observed power. That's going to pull up our data set, which I already have. And then from here we can tell, obviously I deleted all of the junk that I didn't need, so I only have Wilkes Lamb. Drug, you can tell, was not significant. Therapy, you can tell, did have a significant effect. And then drug with the therapy has a significant effect. And then for a test of sphericity, we can go ahead and assume that sphericity is met because we only have 2 levels of the variables, because sphericity measures the difference between means, but we don't have that, so we'll assume it's met. And then from here, we can see our grand mean, and then for drug, we can see the means for that. Also the pairwise comparison, which shows that it is not significant when compared to each other. And then our multivariate tests, our Wilkes Lambda is all we need, and you can tell that that is also not significant. And then power here, power you can tell is not good, as well as the effect size. And then for therapy, you can see the therapies none and yes, having therapy is significant. And then you can tell that it's significant here as well. And then drug by therapy, this is kind of what we focus on more so. Therapy, if you have no therapy and you had the placebo compared to the antidepressant, that they both were significant. For either therapy or no therapy, they were both significant based on the drugs. And then for drug and therapy, drug you can tell worked, Drug you can tell worked best whenever you had therapy. And then we just have our little, plots that we generated right there that I showed you before. And then I asked us 7 questions, and it said, what are the independent variables? And the independent variables are the placebo, antidepressants, the cognitive behavioral therapy, and no behavior therapy. So we have 4 independent variables. The dependent variable is the level of depression, which is what's measured on the y-axis. And we ran a repeated measures Anova analysis, and the assumption of sphericity was met because there's only 2 levels of the variable, which I had mentioned before. The main effect of therapy is significant, and the main effect of drug is not significant. But with that being said, drug and therapy worked better together, and that was significant, which you can tell right here for both. And that is a within Anova.